Yo, yo, things just doesn't seem to be working too well. But of course, we always got our scuffs. Just how that goes, I guess. So I'm sure everybody understands that one. It's kind of the way it goes. We always got our scuffs. Yeah, I hope everybody's been having a very good day with regards to the Veterans Day. Reach out to a soldier or three and thank them for their service, because today is their day. Also, recently on the calendar, Marine Corps birthday. You know any jarheads out there? Definitely give them a salute and say thank you, because of course they had a grand old time on that one. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. Unfortunately, my monitor is not exactly working for sound for some reason. So that's a little weird. Thank you for the hydrate. So yeah, of course, my sound alerts are broken again. Thought I had that fixed. So long as it was playing on your end, everything should be fine. Anyway, be thankful for that. Of course, let's kick things off just a little bit today. Of course, for Veterans Day, the verse of the day has to be Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. This is pretty much the verse with regards given to Joshua as he's leading the armies into combat. Basically, all of the soldiers take that one to heart, because when they get deployed, they go off into what it's going to be. It could be a lot of darkness, could be a lot of things. So of course, it's the unknown. So they've got to move forward and they got a job to do. That's the way that always works, you know? Because sometimes you never know exactly what's going to happen or where things are going to go or how things are going to play out. So yeah, you just got to do what you got to do. So yeah. All right. Well, definitely glad to have people showing up. So that'd be great. And let's see here. Kick things off also with a little bit of prayer. Dear Lord, I definitely thank you for this past week, even though there have been physical issues that have actually pushed me to, not be able to make it on my weekend and, all sorts of different day-to-day life struggles. I definitely pray and put it out there that you guide our brothers and sisters in their steps with the difficulties that they're recently arising and all of the other issues that are going on, be it in their spiritual battles, in their physical battles, and even the emotional turmoil of the world, my Lord. I hope and pray that you will guide their feet, guide their words, and guide their steps as they proceed forward, and that your plan and your will be done. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, let's definitely see here. I was planning on actually kicking back off with another game today, just to hang out, chill, and see how things go back into my roots. Not sure how anybody else is going to think about that one, but going back to what I would say my childhood. So give me a brief second. I will make some edit and kick this off. Let's see. Here. Oh. There. Get things nice and updated there. Make sure things are kicking off. Here we go. Bingo. Make sure here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to practice some more and figure out some workarounds for my different stuff because, of course, my Tangy is not giving me my monitor. Hooray for scuffs. Okay, that should be coming through. There we go. All right. Pick up where we left off here. The Damsian Castle. Okay. Bunch of people laying around everywhere. Oh boy, that's not good. Oh hey, treasure chest. Well, that'll be handy. Oh boy. Anna. Oh, Anna. You're that bard. You're the one responsible for this. No, please. Gotta love it when things aren't working right. Switch this over. There it is. Come on, you stupid. Gotta love it when my switches aren't working. Oh, don't tell me. Come on. Gotta love how some things don't want to work. Come on. Come on. There we go. Got it. I see quite well how they are. I beg you, hear my words. Choke on your words. Please, I implore you. know this pain. Anna's pain. But Anna and I... Edward, Father, please stop this.
Oh, Anna! There's life left in you yet.
Father. Edward, he is the Prince of Dampian. He disguised himself as a bard to avoid attention. Forgive me, Father, for running off with him. Edward, I'm in love with him, Father. But I could not stay without my father's blessing. I was about to return when...
The Red Wings laid siege to us, led by a man named Golbez.
Golbez?
Yes. A figure clad in armor of deepest night, his strength beyond that of mortal man.
And the Red Wings' purpose?
Our crystal. And then they rained fire upon us. I lost my mother and father. Then Anna tried to shield me from their arrows.
You love this man that much?
Father, please, forgive me. I was so selfish. Edward, I love you.
Anna! Anna! Anna!
Coward. You're a man, aren't you? A grown man! Stop crying. I have.
Rydia.
You're right. I'm nothing but a coward, just as you say. That's why I'm just going to stay at Anna's side. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing does.
You're not the only one who's grieving. Anna would not wish to see you fawning like a fool. Please. I've desperate need of your help right now.
But how could I help you?
My name is Cecil. A friend of mine has taken ill with desert fever in Kaipo, and needs a sand pearl if she is to live. And for that, I've need of your aid.
You need my aid.
I do. Rosa's life depends on it. I beg you.
This woman you speak of, she means a great deal to you, doesn't she? As Anna did. As Anna did to me. In a cave far to the east dwells a monstrous creature known as an antlion. The pearls you seek form from the fluid the beast secretes as it lays its eggs in the sand. There is no overland route to its den. We must cross the northern shoals to get there. A hovercraft is docked here. With it we can reach the creature's cave. It can bear us across the surf to Kaipo as well. Come.
Mighty
We
convenient.
must hurry. Farewell, my love.
Okay, now of course he just leaves her body there to roast in the, the midday sun. Yeah. Well, there's that, I guess. Now. Okay. Alright, now, the shoal. Is this the right spot? Better save while I have a chance. There we go. Yep, this is it. Okay, so Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Get a couple hits in. Hopefully Edward's gonna level up a little bit off of this, because ouch. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, do we have... Nope. Got a few potions. Let's see. And replace that potion. And here we go again. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. Yeah, Carbon. I'm trying this one out because the last time I ever played this was, oh Lord, like 1992? Like the original? Yeah, I haven't played this in like ages. Oh boy. Oh, so it's weak to ice. Good. See how we do. And that thing's got a tough hide. Yep. That would figure. Of course it's gonna kill Edward straight away. Wow, he's only level 9. I went grinding for a little bit. Alright. Now let's just hope he doesn't die again. Okay, so... I did hear that if you explore the map, that it'll give you bonuses. I'll just have him hide, whatever. Hopefully that still lets him collect some XP. Let's see here. Oh, really? That's interesting, because I didn't know they had a PSP version. I'd have to go digging and see if I could pull that thing out, if I ever had it. I think the last thing I played on my PSP was like the Crisis Core. Okay, where is the key? Yep. Wrong button, but whatever. Yeah, I haven't really picked up much. That, and I don't have too much money, I don't think. Yeah, it held up. Yeah, the Game Boy Advance versions were the ones that really sold. They really did. If only it didn't cost so much to keep rezzing that dude. Like, seriously. Oh yeah, I haven't played Final Fantasy 1 since I was really little. I'll give it that. But let's not hone in on how old I really am. Yeah, I am pretty old. I'll give it that. Because, how do I say it? I have kids that range all the way from, you know, roundabouts entering teenage years to, fully fledged adults that are, working full-time labor. One of them's a college student. Several states away. Oh boy. Yellow jelly. Super Mario World, I played that when I was becoming a teen. So yeah, it's a thing. Oh yeah. Here we go, come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably a little bit older than your mom. Okay, Pickle? There we go, finally, you got a level. Now it might be a little more handy. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Carbon. I actually, how do I say it? I could say that my mother actually spoiled me quite a bit. How do I say it? I actually had the Virtual Boy, if you've ever heard of that thing. I know the Switch was the Switch 2. They were coming out with the Virtual Boy thing, like you'd be able to do things on their subscription style, whatever. But yeah. Yeah, it's where the consoles and everything growing up, I started off with, I had an Atari, then I had the launch Nintendo, then I had the Super Nintendo. We wound up getting a Genesis as a side thing that, you know, somebody was getting rid of. Other than that, then we kept moving forward. We ended up getting, you know, we had a Game Boy. We had a Virtual Boy. We had... and sometimes it came down to how much chore money I had to work at just to get it. Oddly enough, no. No. When the 64 came out, that's when all of a sudden my friends were all getting Nintendo 64s, but I had to make a choice, and that was when, I mean, that's when I was getting a little bit older, you know, late teens, that kind of stuff. And I went with a PlayStation 1. I saved my money and went for that. I'm sorry, but Final Fantasy VII on the PS1 when it first came out, that was peak. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep. Mario 64. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Now that one was its own thing. Oh yeah. I remember struggling with that game for a long while. I did manage to beat it, but it took a long time. Oh, almost got the Saturn. Well, getting the PS1 instead of the Saturn, well, that's a thing. Oh, very true. Getting the gems was not fun. I do remember after I had moved out from my parents, my boomer parents, it moved forward to my little brother. He's the one that ended up getting the next console in that household, because I basically moved on, had to fund my own thing, you know? So it came down to my choices, but my mom managed to get him the Dreamcast. Now that was one of those things to think about. The Dreamcast, that was when they basically released Sonic for the Dreamcast, but then had to go back around in later years and re-release the launch title for Sonic. Yeah, Sonic Adventure. Man, Sonic Adventure was awesome. It just sucks that Dreamcast never took off. That was a really good game. Like, really, really good. I'll honestly say I missed that game. That game was really wicked. Oh yeah, very underrated. Yeah, underrated console that sadly got outmarketed. Yes, completely. Total agreement. Not gonna disagree with anybody here. We all agree there. Like, yeah, it's where the Dreamcast, there were several titles. I remember playing Tekken on that thing. Okay. Okay. Level 2, let's see. Figure out where the heck we're supposed to go. I get lost. Okay, so. Alright, so there's a treasure chest up there. The one thing I can say about this is quality of life on this game, because I remember playing this game when there wasn't a mini-map, so this definitely helps me out so much, because I remember you had to wander around and wander around. Yeah, PS1 and N64 sold like hotcakes, but Dreamcast didn't sell. Yeah, Sonic Adventure sold like crazy mad on copy, but it just couldn't compete for some stupid reason. Yeah, I honestly think part of it was Sega did not spend enough money on their marketing budget for, you know, getting things out or promotionals or, you know, a lot of different things that they should have done. They just didn't do it. Good, Edward finally leveled again. Yeah, but I agree, it wasn't enough. Oh yeah, Phantasy Star Online. That was okay. I'm gonna take a second for this, because Phantasy Star Online for the Dreamcast, when, I mean, it was kind of their experimental title that they had launched. I mean, come on, that's one of those things where they decided they were going to start up Phantasy Star Online, and they were going to try to this is kind of where I think the gimmick was for the Dreamcast that kind of killed it, unfortunately, because it was also the era where MMOs were starting to come up. So all of a sudden it was in that conflux, because Phantasy Star was console based but MMO. So if you hooked up the Dreamcast, I remember it did have the connection port on the back for you're gonna laugh, dial-up internet. You could go, it had a modem built into the back of it, if I remember correctly. You could plug that sucker in, you were able to actually set it so that it would hook up to the internet, and you'd be able to play Phantasy Star on it. But oh my god, the network speeds, man, I remember the network speeds those days. It was just atrocious. Like, seriously. You know that your internet's bad when it takes you about 2 minutes to download a picture. Like you're sitting there and you can watch the picture load on your screen. You know your internet's bad. Ooh. This is why I was digging through all those chests. Better equipment. No. No. Wi-Fi didn't even exist, bro. We didn't get Wi-Fi until like, oh God. 2006 was the earliest, I think, and that was on the West Coast. I mean, it was like 2006, 2008 was when Wi-Fi was starting to finally gain prominence. Wi-Fi didn't exist. Like, everything was on a wire. Like, we constantly had to use wire connection for almost everything until like mid-2000s. I mean, cell phones were like, for the most part, between the late 90s and early aughts, most of the cell phones that were in use were the old Nokia, like, what was it, the 4810 or whatever it was? You know, the one that, you know, you could hit it with a hammer and it would still work. It's just crazy. Just hit it with a hammer and you pick it up and you'd be able to dial out. Okay, let's see. Yep. That's helpful. And of course, get attacked. Oh yeah, I remember actually going to an internet cafe in Eastern Europe back in 2001 before things went nuts. As an American, I actually did travel into Europe before everything went crazy. I mean, I even have an opinion over how, like, security, you know, getting through passport security and all of that. I mean, walking through an American area, you know, you could wear like steel-toed boots. I was wearing steel-toed boots back then, and in America, you could just walk through security no problem. And then all of a sudden, I get over to Europe and security was so much tighter. I couldn't get through security without checking all of my stuff. It was nuts. Okay, that's annoying. 97%. Yeah, I remember using an internet cafe trying to actually get things done. Because I'd have to like use email and whatever to, you know, email back home and all that stuff. Oh, that's handy. Here we are. This is where we wish ourselves some luck. Let's make sure that we are set. Close enough, close enough, close enough. Oh, of course. Yeah, that actually happened to me back in the day as well. I mean, I had to go to bed, but I wanted to keep playing Super Mario 3 back in the day. because all of a sudden Super Mario 3 had come out. And of course I didn't want to stop. This is where the antlion lays her eggs. Eek! There's nothing to fear. Antlions are quite docile. They won't harm humans. Here, let me take one of her pearls. Yeah! Rydia, with me. And let's see if I die. Yeah, I remember playing without, you know, saves. It was nuts. Oh boy. Let's see. Come on. Maybe that'll work, and maybe it's not going to set things off. Oh, I couldn't get through 64. That, I mean, it's a fantastic game, yeah, Pickle, but it just threw me off. Like, my brain just couldn't handle. Oh no. Bad timings. Oh, the first, what, Final Fantasy? Yeah, it had a save file. Oh, Star Fox? No. That one didn't. Oh, I got it. Oof. Yeah, Star Fox didn't have saves, not at the beginning. No, the first one you had to like solid play through it. It makes no sense. Why would an antlion try to harm us? Monster population is swelling and beasts once harmless now turn hostile. Something is afoot. Are you sure it's a foot and it's not a hand? Cecil, we have to get back to Rosa. Right, let's go. Off through the hills we go! And this is where all of a sudden I remember it gave me that item. Yeah, it didn't have it saves until adventures. There we go. Now, let's try not to get lost here. Yep. Off to this tiny little oasis village in the middle of nowhere. To rescue a character. Rosa. The light of the sand pearl shone into her face. Here we go. Cecil, you're safe. Oh, thanks goodness. Yeah, I agree. A lot of people actually talk about 6, but I started off the 4, and a lot of people talk about 7, but don't really talk about 8. What were you thinking, Rosa? They told me you died in the earthquake at Mist. But I knew it couldn't be true. Forgive me. I didn't mean to make you worry. But Rosa, what's this talk of a man named Golbez? The king called upon him to lead the Red Wings in your stead. Oh, yeah, 8 is the dark horse in the series, yeah. But I actually enjoy it because it just goes off the rails when you get to that last section of the game. It's like, everything's leading up so great, and then all of a sudden it just... What are we doing? His Majesty has been acting even more peculiarly since Golbez came to Baron. He is not himself. I can't be sure, but I have a feeling Golbez is the one manipulating the king to gain the crystals for himself. The water crystal took you from Mysidia, the fire crystal from Damcyan, Pebbles, wind crystal, and the earth crystal of Troya. Fire crystal is already taken. Oh yeah, I agree. 8 is very different from the other games. Thanks to him, we were able to save you. This is Rydia of Mist. Do you feel better now? I do, thank you, Rydia. And you, Edward. If Damcyan has fallen, he'll be swift to move against Fabul. We need to rest. We'll go to Fabul and warn them. But how? There's only one road that leads there. It lies through Mount Hobbs, and the way is blocked by a wall of impenetrable ice. Rydia, you can cast fire, can't you? No, I can't. But you're a summoner. Surely you've learned the spell. It's the most elementary of all. You're in no condition to be going with us. I'll be fine. I won't be a burden. I am a white mage, after all. Cecil, Rosa wants to be with you. All right, we'll go together. It'll be dark soon. We should leave early in the morning. Make sure you get enough rest. I will. Thank you, Cecil. And I still admit, this game has many different parts that are heartbreaking. And I am so lost without you. Oh yeah, 5 was a comedic parody. Also, I think 5 was the first one with the job system, wasn't it? At least I think so. I could be wrong, but I think 5 was when they first tried the job system. Oh, could have been 3. Yeah, it could have been 3. Yeah, it's just 5 was when it got more complicated, I think. Where I think, like, the 3rd one, I think they tried to do it, but people said it was really clunky. And then when they finally did it on 5, that they finally started to hit their stride with a job system. Yep. Believe in yourself. Yeah, that's true. Didn't have much memory because it was the NES. Yep. Now what's a fish man doing actually?
Anna!
Edward, I can be with you but for this moment. The spirit calls me onward
True.
to become a part
They had
of
everything they needed.
Don't leave me, Anna!
Edward, you must be brave. Golbez cannot be allowed to have the crystals. You gave your love to me once. Now share it with all the world.
Anna, my love. I will try. But what would you have me do?
All right, let's be moving. Okay. Yeah, Gilbert in Japan. Yeah. It's actually, Edward and Gilbert is a nod to an old 1980s movie. It's an old 1980s movie, if I remember correctly. It's Revenge of the Nerds. Now, if I remember correctly... Okay, best to save before we start the trek. Radio, will you please try to cast fire? Yeah. This is another one of them moments. You can do it, I know you can. I don't want to. You don't want to. Hate fire. Our village was burned to the ground by that ring we delivered. Fire. Well, I will admit, the graphics are a lot better than they used to be. I remember what the original looked like, and man. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't do the high fantasy until 9. Yeah, correct. They didn't do Garnet and the rest of those, yeah, when we finally got Vivi. Like I said, when we finally got Vivi! Wait a second. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Yep. 6 was steampunk. 7 was when we started getting into mixture of techno magic. 8 was when we had time theory. Yeah, we started getting time theory. Uh, 10 was a mixture between religious fervor and time dilation, like kind of like isekai, because the whole premise was the main character was isekai'd from the past. Like all the original technology was in the past and everything got destroyed. More like time travel, so to speak, only it was kind of in spirit, because Tidus, the lead in 10, he was like hundreds of years in the past, and then next thing you know, after everything had been destroyed, he came back. Yeah, that's the whole thing, is like Tidus is like from the first incarnation of Sin itself when it first shows up. Yeah, because the start of the whole game, Tidus gets teleported by Sin, where Sin is the person, the entity that isekais him into the future. Whereas Auron showing up in that past, the whole idea of it is that Sin has kind of absorbed the dead spirits. So yeah. Like, how do we look at this? It's like, it's kind of an isekai, but of course, sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Things are hopping off. Yep. I'm just gonna have to pop this off if I can. That got a little rough. Let's see what I can do to recover. There we go. There, that's a little better. Okay, where was I? Yeah, if I remember correctly, it was Auron was the spirit and Tidus was there. It was kind of in the past, but that's when Sin was supposed to first show up. And it's like around that time, Sin had already like shown up. But if I remember correctly, the way the story is, if you read into the back history, Jecht went out to sea, was like on the road traveling, whatever, and Sin took him first. And then all of a sudden, Auron shows up as a spirit because he's from the other side of time, because he got sucked up by Sin in a future point. So he travels through the Isekai barrier through Sin to go into the past to get Tidus, and then Tidus gets sucked up through Sin, and then it's a back and forth. But then, of course, we end up getting into 10-2, where things are really strange, because there is a true ending on that one, but you have to like 100% it in a full shot, non-stop, and you cannot skip any dialogue. Like, you can't even advance the text if you're doing a 100% run. Yeah, I don't have the patience these days for that. That's definitely a fan theory. That's quite the fan theory. I'll give it that. Yeah, I would definitely say that's one heck of a fan theory. I mean, there's always the one thing that, I mean, I remember back in the day in the 90s when all of a sudden Final Fantasy VII first came out and everybody had all of those things. Having been in the West for so long and not really having the internet, there were so many of us that were used to unlocks and everything hidden inside the game that there was rumor mill abound that, you know, like there was, yeah, the thought that somewhere hidden inside the code was a way to actually kick off the storyline to resurrect Aerith. And yeah, I was like, I remember telling friends going, no, dude, that's not a thing. And of course, I remember nobody believing me. Yeah, all the rumors to save her from Sephiroth or to resurrect her or whatever. Yeah, that's not the point of the story. Yeah, it's definitely not the point of things. Because there's supposed to be a spot where it gets to that it's just nuts. Ooh. Okay, I got the holy arrows. Unfortunately, I don't have a bow. Here we are. young.
What's this?
Clad like that, that's a monk of Fabul.
Man. I remember when it was just the old Super Nintendo sprites. Just remember, always kick. If you have young, always kick. Yeah, that's true. Without her death, then yeah, he probably would have won. Here we go. We have to help him. And of course, this music just brings me back. Here we go, here we go, come on. Yep. Oh boy. It's only gonna work for one. Okay, black magic. Wizard. Hit them all. There we go. Get him up. Yeah, this was the first one with the bombs. Dang it. Ouch. There we go. You have my deepest gratitude. I am Young, Grand Master of the Monks of Fabul. I came here for training and found death instead. A great host of monsters waylaid us. I'm the only one who survived. My monks were fine, strong men, but even they could do little. We're on our way to Fabul. Yeah, it's where I'm not sure if they do or not. But then again, Edward being dead, I'm not exactly worried. A man named Golbez has taken control of Baron and is using its forces to seize the world's crystals. You think he intends to come for our wind crystal as well? Yes, and soon. He's already taken the fire crystal from Damcyan. Fabul will be next. Our monks slain, the castle is all but undefended. The few who remain in Fabul lack proper training. We would have no hope of fending off a strike from Baron were it to come now. The monsters that beset you were most likely sent by Golbez as well, to eliminate us and leave Fabul defenseless. If that is true, we may be moving against your kingdom as we speak. I must hurry, we'll aid you in whatever way we can. I'm grateful for the offer, but there is no reason for you to be dragged any further into this. Our stake in this conflict is no less than yours. The Prince of Damcyan. Rosa and I are with Baron, and this child here lost all she knew because I allowed this enemy to deceive me. I see. Then I will most humbly accept whatever help you are willing to provide. Come then, time is our enemy. Time. It's always an enemy. The wall lies east beyond the mountains. We go at once. And this is the first moment you have a full party. Party! Now, if I remember correctly, we're just gonna do this quick. Let's res Edward. Let's pick him up off the floor. Let's see. I keep thinking the wrong thing. Here we are. There we go. Let's get it done. Okay, might be able to get through these easy. Here we go. Of course they're after Edward. Would the AI play fair? No. Of course the AI would never play fair. Yep, I would figure. Let's see. There we go. At least picked him off the ground a little bit. There we go. Edward's always the weakest link. And there we are. Well, let's see here. Save early, save often, as always. But of course, I do have to apologize, friends. It's getting towards that time where I've got to take care of things, and if we were to continue a bit further, things would be where they are. And then my obligations would not be met. So I do apologize, but we are going to need to find somebody to raid. And we will definitely see about that here in a moment. All right. Let us see who we have available. All right. Oh, haven't raided him in quite a while, so we're just gonna pop on over to Samson and say hi. Fishman's been gone a while. He went off to Reach. So let's give him a jingle and give him a hi, and everything keep it nice and straight. Hopefully everybody can have a very good day, and everybody can take it nice and slow, relax, and enjoy their time. I'm getting called off for dinner, so you guys have a good one.